Hello everyone and welcome to my review of the TIE Striker. Now, before a bunch of craziness happened, I did go out ahead and I did some traveling, and while I was out, I did end up picking up two used sets, one of which is being the TIE Striker, which I'm reviewing right now, the other being a fancy little Wookiee gunship here. Now, this one was incomplete and still is, but should be able to do a review on that to the best of my abilities. But the TIE Striker here has a bit of history. For one, Rogue One is an absolutely great movie. I did get myself a Krennic shuttle. By random chance, I was meaning to buy one for the longest time, and then like multiple months back, because there is a video about it, where I ended up just getting it for free. Just happened to walk into a used Lego sales store, and there's like this guy that's just like, you know what? I'm trying to sell these. They don't really want it because they don't have minifigures with them, and it's just like, well, there we go. Krennic shuttle acquired. But not to put too much just focus on that story, because we are talking about this beautiful TIE fighter here instead of a shuttle, where this is just, I think, the peak of TIE fighters, because, well, it has basically what you might want. It's not the typical TIE fighter, but I think it's just kind of a unique design where it's like, it's not just absurd like the TIE Bomber, but it has this kind of just energy that I find very appealing. Now, some people might say that their favorite is the regular TIE fighter, but then there's also those people that find that the Triangle of Death is also their favorite. So, definitely a different set of opinions here, but I think this one is by far my favorite and just absolutely resonates the energy that I like. So, let's jump into it. Now, the most apparent thing is obviously going to be the forward-facing wings that just jump at you. They're like ready to lance into you like a cavalry charge. But, you know, they themselves don't have too much detail. You have a little bit of this blue coloring, followed up by mostly black and gray. You have two sticker pieces here, with a little bit more with the main cockpit here having also a decent amount of sticker detailing up at the top. And you don't really get to the stickers until like quite the very end, which is also pretty interesting. Both wings are symmetrical, as you'd expect from a TIE fighter. But the main body has a few little features. For one, we currently have the wings in a specific setup, but we can also angle them straight forward. So instead of being angled down, we can just be the Batwing, if you want to consider it that. And having this ability to kind of just glide or strike is pretty fun. You know, it gives it a bit of a different presentation, so I find that pretty fun about it. You know, you can have two different display styles with just this one ship, and both are very much appealing. So, I think that it's pretty nice. The mechanism behind it, if we flip it around, isn't too crazy. You just have a little bit of Technic connection pieces so that it brings it in, and when you have it laid flat, it will stick in, but it does actually do it freehand, so if you want to do it a little bit quicker, you can just flip it around and have it done, and then hopefully not break it because you're being a little bit reckless with it. So you do want to be a little bit careful with it, but it is pretty durable, so that's pretty nice. You do have some spring-loaded shooters up at the front, so you do have a little bit of playability in that department if you so choose. Now, if we flip it over again, we've got two main compartments, one of which is on the back here for a little bit of weapon storage, just kind of communication. You can fit a little bit of things there if you want to drop some bombs as a rebel. You can as well, blowing up the back. Probably not the best thing, as I'm assuming this is also supposed to be the thruster, so pretty bad, unless it's just also just a freehand glider. I'm not too familiar with it. It's been quite a while since I've seen Rogue One. But anyways, we also have the main cockpit here, which just has a spot for a pilot. Pretty simple, but as TIE fighters go, it's a very fun one. It does have a little bit of a droid body there, so that you do have a little bit of a control panel so that you can fly it, and me breaking that off was an accident, not intentional. But, you know, I find it to be a nice ship here. But you might say, well, definitely for $90, that would be quite a ripoff. And I would agree with you. $90 seems like a lot to pay for this set. And when I bought it, it said that it did come with minifigures. And so I felt, you know, $90 for a fully complete TIE Striker, although be it on the pricier side, is still definitely an interesting deal. So I picked it up, got home, started cleaning it, because I do clean used sets before I kind of just put them out onto my display shelves. And then something odd happened, where the fact that there was actually no minifigures included. Instead, I basically just have a crate of everything except for bag one for another TIE Striker. So, eventually I might be able to turn this one TIE Striker purchase into two TIE Striker purchases. I would just need to go ahead and get the rest of the parts there that I need. But it's quite crazy. Well, actually, there would be no stickers, but it's quite crazy that the intended purchase for one TIE Striker with minifigures has ended up with basically two TIE Strikers, but no minifigures. So, quite an interesting purchase, and is definitely going to be even more interesting when I eventually have two TIE Strikers. Which might not happen, but it might also happen, so who knows? TIE Striker's great, so definitely not complaining. Still think that maybe it was a weird interaction, probably shouldn't go to that store again, but who knows? So I hope you enjoyed. See you next time. Bye.